First proposed the Belt and Road Initiative, a massive collection of globe-spanning projects aimed at tying China's trading partners closer together. Comprising a network of road and rail links across Eurasia, together with ports and maritime lanes, the initiative aims to rekindle ancient trade routes and strengthen partnerships throughout the developing world. We at CGTN have been marking the anniversary with a special series, and today we look at some of the successes of the framework so far and how it'll continue to fuel inter-regional connectivity in the years to come. And in just 5 years, the Belt and Road Initiative has gone from a highly ambitious vision into a firm reality, with a host of mega projects taking shape in multiple regions. And for more on this remarkable process and how some of those works are benefiting people, we can now turn to our reporter, Su Yiting. Yiting, thank you for joining us. Tell us more about it.
Well, Chuyan, as you said, remarkable achievements have been made over the past 5 years since President Xi Jinping proposed the Belt and Road Initiative, and lots of projects have been implemented. Now, let's first take a look at Pakistan. The port city of Gwadar was once a remote and sluggish fishing town, but now it is witnessing a wave of development projects which are creating employment and business opportunities. With a fully functional port terminal, free zone area and a business center, the city has become a symbol of future development and prosperity for the country. And about 20 companies from various industries have already joined the Gwadar Port Free Zone with a direct investment of over $460 million. Thousands of people, from laborers to businessmen, have moved from across the country to Gwadar to grab the hold of emerging opportunities. Now, people here are enjoying speedy 4G mobile connections. And next, let's take a look at Indonesia, especially the Jakarta-Bandung high-speed railway. The project is carried out by a China-Indonesia consortium, and its construction has seen significant progress. The line is about 140 kilometers long, with 4 stations on the route, and at the top speed of 350 kilometers per hour. The high-speed train, powered by Chinese technology, takes under 4 minutes to zip from one city to another, and that's a massive cut from the more than 3-hour journey. And there are more than 2,000 local employees currently working on this project, and that number has expected to increase in the future. And moving north to Russia, where the Yamal liquefied natural gas project is taking place. That's jointly launched by China and Russia. The LNG plant is regarded as an energy pole inside the Arctic Circle, and located on the Yama Peninsula. The plant is the largest natural gas development, liquefaction, transportation and sale project in the Arctic region. It's also the first large-scale overseas energy project since the Belt and Road Initiative was proposed in 2013. And the plant designed to start with a production capacity of 5.5 million tons per year. And in 2019, 3 production lines will produce some 16.5 million tons of gas annually. As an important part of the Silk Road on ice, the Yama LNG project also opens a shortcut between the Asia-Pacific and the Europe through Arctic region. And from Russia to Norway, transportation will be achieved in just 17 days without the use of icebreakers. So, Chuyan, just as the Russian Energy Minister Alexander Novak said, the project will just change the structure of global energy transportation.
Marie, thanks so much, Yiting, for that inclusive report. Now, Singapore's port is a major pivot point in the world's logistics network. But space in the densely populated city-state is scarce, which is why one Chinese company has come up with a pie-in-the-sky idea to improve storage efficiency. The company has become a model of cooperation along the maritime Silk Road. CGTN's Zhao Yunfei explains.
The port of Singapore is one of the world's busiest, with a high density of containers and ships. It is also the first stop abroad for most outbound shipping vessels from China.
The port of Singapore lies in a very strategic position in the Straits of Malacca. So the ships passing from China going to Europe and beyond all pass through these Straits of Malacca via Singapore.
I'm standing on the top of a warehouse. The roof is renovated
to pile containers in a space-saving effort here at the port of Singapore. This innovative work makes it the world's only mid-air storage yard. About 16,000 containers are piled onto this roof, 50 meters above the ground. Company managers say as demand rises, they're about to build a second facility just like this.
When the volume is increased, we have to manage the flow. When it's decreased, we have to manage that. And more importantly, this is a building. Every day we have about 700 trucks moving in and out. We have to be very, very aware and react very quickly to any traffic jams.
As one of the globe's largest maritime terminals, the Port of Singapore continues to improve its services and efficiency to make itself more competitive. The nation also stays loyal to its cooperation partners from China.
Port of Singapore is they have a very fast operation, very efficient. So for future, we think there's a lot of potential to work together. We use Singapore as a regional hub to develop our Southeast Asia whole region.
With a geographical advantage, Singapore has provided reliable services to Chinese shipping companies carrying goods internationally. A friendly cooperation that has in turn connected many parts of the world. Zhao Yunfei, CGTN, Singapore.
Well, let's talk more about this. We're now joined by Ms. Xu Jinhua. She's the Vice President of the National Academy of Development and Strategy at the Renmin University of China here in Beijing. Great to have you with us, Ms. Xu. Now, a number of Asian economies have suffered because of the poor development, poor infrastructure. How can they use the Belt and Road Initiative to attract investment, to generate sustainable, inclusive economic growth?
We all know that the infrastructure, I think that is our priority, is the precondition for the sustainable economic and social development. And we can set the example of the Asia and the Pacific region. So according to the ADB statistics, there is a huge demand for this region for further the infrastructure construction, about $95 billion per year for the following 10 years. But there is a very big difference between the developed and developing economies in this region. And also the infrastructure development in this region lags very high behind this growth rate. So here our initiative highlights and emphasizes one spirit of the Silk Road of our human beings historic, that is we need to be collaboration and to put the finance from multiple sources into such kind of infrastructure construction. We can look at the AIIB. So after the several years development, dozens of economies of the AIIB, they have been in endeavor for promoting the connectivity of this region through the infrastructure construction. For example, in Pakistan, is the highway and also the hydro plant, and also in Kazakhstan is the energy, the cross-border, the pipeline, and also in Thailand highway. Also, lots of other economies, they are enjoying such kind of connectivity promotion through the initiative.
Lots of projects going on, and you mentioned collective finance. I mean, a number of the projects are actually being delayed because of financial, legal, security risks. Has Beijing been working with other countries or organizations to alleviate some of the concerns? In my understanding, there is some misunderstanding on the people that they think that Chinese need to face with the investment risks, including the military, political, social, and environment, and also economic risks. But the risks are the same, not only for China only, it's also for all the investors in the host countries. And so we think that we need to be careful about the following points that can make us successful. Actually, that our project has by now are more successful, as I know. The first point is that when. So that means that if we invest the project at the right time, the right place,
So I have been traveling and do the field study along the Belt and Road countries, and we very welcome by the especially the Middle East countries and also the southeastern countries, for example, the Thailand. So they are eager to be doing the same things and welcome our investment and projects. The second is that we don't think that it's only the Chinese things to be investing. Actually, we have the FDI is more than the 14.5 billion by now. But it is the thing is we invite almost all the countries of the world who are interested in to promote connectivity and infrastructure of this region. So that is the who. And also one thing is how. So that means we need to supply those economies the demand that they really need, and we have. And that we only set up a platform for the countries to be doing and contributing with us and using the collaborative spirit of the human beings' heritage.
All right, thank you very much. We're going to have to leave it there. Great to have you joining us tonight, Ms. Xu.
Thank you.
Now that is today's episode of our special series on the Belt and Road. Tomorrow we'll look at how the initiative integrates the economies of Asia.